Hello, I am here to first discuss the scientific mind and coming from the culture and the place that we come from. If I just automatically started talking about Lemuria as if it's something that is present tense, I don't think that it would make sense to the average mind coming from this society and coming from this world. So, what I would like to suggest is that we all think of what the scientific mind serves its purpose for. Our minds collect data, and our minds refuse certain things, often if they are new ideas, unless we have information to back them up. To back it up, what, could seem like just a bunch of gibberish, 3 years from now, everyone could understand and everyone could come to know through us going through the scientific observation of things that have come to pass. So there is a concept called timelines, which I know some of you, but not everybody is familiar with. And what a timeline is basically like, and this idea seems far-fetched to the average mind perhaps too, but the concept of being able to travel in time, like the past and the present and the future, all being one. If you can grasp this concept, that the mind itself travels this quickly, then you could also come to understand that according to many different peoples of the world, there are different timelines opening right now. And what that means is that the end of time, as we call it, is supposedly coming forth. So that means that the end of us just being trapped in the world of time is what this is resulting in. Knowing this, some people and many people, some and many I'm sure more than not, keep silent on the subject, have learned that there are different places awakening within their hearts, within their beings, within their realities. There are worlds awakening within the world that we live in the physical 3D dense world. This started happening to me, well, really, I've been pretty aware since I was a child of different things taking place, but really about 7 years ago, I was studying and I just started having these memories and these flashbacks of Lemuria. And at first it was kind of subtle, but then it became more vivid. Just this state of grace, this state of beauty, this place that you could say is held within the mind, though I really think it comes from the heart, this place of remembrance of where we once came from as human beings on a certain timeline of reality on planet Earth. And I'll tell you, as exciting as it's been to witness this state of consciousness, this state of reality, there seems to be this state of childlike innocence that comes with the territory of remembering Lemuria. This state of, feeling vulnerable. More vulnerable than you would normally in this world, perhaps, that I have read about and also discovered on my own when I remembered certain aspects of my personal Lemurian consciousness. And when I was able to open up to other ascended life with Lemuria, that I think really needs to be addressed before we take, exploring Atlantean memories, Lemurian memories, what have you, any further. I think that it needs to be addressed that there are places one can go that you need to have your soul, your heart, your mind, your body, and your whole being on a certain level of transcendence so you can understand, these are real worlds just like they used to be, just like before the continent sank. This world is coming back. I actually went to a Mayan seminar when they were talking about the return of Lemuria. And so this isn't just something, I've fantasized in my imagination, as the scientific mind might already be saying, this is not possible. How can this be possible? But I assure you, I'm not the only person that has received these memories. There are people all across the planet that have received memories of past lives and of physical places that are reawakening, of cultures that are coming back. So it's a lot to take in, you know, as I'm labeling these videos, this particular series, Basic Spirituality. It's a lot to take in, coming from a place where you may not be familiar with such terms, to wonder, is this really possible? There was actually a ceremony I went to in Texas, led by a Lakota man, and he did something really interesting I'd like to bring up when it comes to timelines. He had this intention set that everyone would hug one another and feel that we're not all going to be traveling in our own minds and our own realities in the same place, in the same timeline, in the same frequency, which may or may not be true, but this is what he believed. And my personal experience, which I believe has validation to have truth to it, was that when I hugged people, I could feel their hearts, and I could feel the sadness, and I could feel happiness at the same time. Like, some people felt like they would be parting from me. Some people felt like they would be joining me in a more personal soul family type of way. And it's just really interesting how it felt like he was showing that timelines are a real thing that is occurring on this planet, and we all have our own destination to go to, depending on, you know, how awake we are, what is going on. You know, if the New Earth theories are real, that there is a New Earth awakening, and Lemuria is a big part of that. So it's just a really interesting time to be waking up right now to see this extremely wise, in tune with the earth, in tune with the Mother's true frequencies, culture and state of consciousness awakening within us. You know, Lemurian consciousness, pre-Atlantean consciousness, some say Egyptian consciousness is awakening, many things. But to also remember that there is the naivety of a child that comes with the territory, it so seems, of this state of consciousness, of this realm of thinking. And to always remember that we are protected, we are safe, there are angels looking after us always. And to just, you know, before we become too brave, I think just to really look at what it's like to travel to another world inside of one's own galaxy. Just to really observe what it all means.